morning, it's Elaine with Elaine's Custom Card and a new video for you today. Myself all adjusted. This is the card we're making today. Let me tell you the products we're using. First of all, for the paper, I got this from Tropical Oasis, the DSP. And then we're using a little bit of the silver foil for the butterflies, and I got the butterflies from the Butterfly Beauty Thinlits. I just use these little butterflies right here. There's 4 of them, and I put 3 on here. And for the butterfly here, I used Butterfly Wishes, this butterfly here. For the little flower, I used Free as a Bird, and this little flower right here, because it kind of looked like this one, and I didn't want too big of a flower. For the sentiment on the inside, I use from Free as a Bird, the world needs more of you. And then for the for this die, I used Stitch So Sweetly, and it's this size, and it's let's see, it's this one right here, not the first one, but the second one of the longer rectangles. And I already stamped it, and let me tell you the stamp set I used. It's brand new. It's a pre-release for the 2021 annual catalog. It's called Ornate Thanks, and I used the thanks and from all of us, and on this one I used the sentiment for all your help. So I thought it would be nice to be different. And for this, it's very beautiful. This comes from this stamp set, or this set of dies. It's called Ornate Layers Dies, and I used the largest one here. And this also is going to be in the new annual catalog, and you can pre-order it as a customer starting April 1st. If you sign up as a demonstrator, you can order it now. And it's called the Ornate Garden Suite. And let me tell you what's in it. So there's 2 spools of ribbon, terracotta tile, and old olive. I marked them so I would know the names. There's some gilded gems that are very pretty. There's a very beautiful embossing folder with little tiny flowers. I think you can kind of see it there. I didn't use that on this. And then I've already chopped the paper, but it's Ornate Garden DSP Specialty Designer Series paper. I haven't used this yet, but this is the paper. It's just so cute and just gorgeous. And this is one side of it. Excuse me. And the other side, some of it has foil and some of it doesn't. So this is what the other side looks like. And it's just as pretty as the front. So on another video, maybe later this week, I'll use some of this paper. So there's that. Then there's these dies. These are called Ornate Borders dies. We'll be using that, not today, but on another one. This comes as a bundle, these 2 that you could get. It's called Ornate Thanks Bundle. You can save 10% with this. And then this one comes with the Ornate Style. This comes together, Ornate Style Bundle, where you can buy the whole suite, everything I showed you, with one code, which is what I did. So this is a very beautiful set. I had to have it when I saw it, and you'll want it too. So today we're using just this and the little bit of the ribbon. from this set, and then the stamps. The Thanks stamp set is photopolymer and the flowers are red rubber. So let's get started on this card. I have everything ready, and I'll tell you the sizes. The size of this piece is, you're going to want at least a 4 by 5.5 inch piece for this. Okay, now this was for white. This is terracotta tile. Opens up, so it's 11 by 5.5, scored at, or 11 by 4.25, scored at 5.5. And the piece for the inside of here is, find my notes here, make sure I get it right. It is 4 7/8 by 3 3/8, and then I took the corner rounder and rounded the corners because I thought that you don't have to, but I really like the way that looked. So the first thing we're going to do is glue these two pieces together, and like I said, this came from the Tropical Oasis DSP. This, I haven't used much of it, so I thought I better use some of this, and I think it went well together, so that's what I did. So we're going to center that on there, just like so, and then I glued this to the front of my card. Okay. Just like that. I just thought it was easier to glue that down first. Okay. Then I took my piece for the inside the card, and it is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8, and I took a strip of this DSP, and it is 4 7/8 by 5/8, and I just glued it to the side of this because this is 4 7/8 inch this way. So I glued it to the left side of this inside piece. Just like so. And it should fit pretty close. If a little bit of white is showing, that's okay. It doesn't matter. So I did that. Set that aside. And then, put that on there. I stamped my sentiment on the inside, which is, oops, the world needs more of you. So I'm going to try and center that across there, and I used early espresso to do that. I just re-inked this, so it's probably pretty juicy. I'll stand up to do this so I can get it straight. Stamp that right there. That looks really good. And I'm going to set that aside because that ink is really wet, and I don't want to smear my sentiment, which is I'm a habit of doing. So we're going to clean this off with our Stampin' this cleaner. Okay, that's done. Okay, now we're just going to work on the front of the card. So I have my bow and my little butterflies. And I want to tell you how I did this. So I stamped the butterfly with Pretty Peacock, and I stamped off because I didn't want it super dark. I kind of wanted it to blend a little bit. And then I stamped my flower with Grapefruit Grove. And then I took my Stampin' blends, and I took my light Daffodil Delight, and I colored, just kind of lightly colored in the flower so it had some yellow on it, because I was trying to get it to blend with that. And then I took my, this is light Real Red, and I very, very lightly drew along these lines, just as lightly as I could. I didn't want it too dark, so I did that. And then I went back with my Daffodil Delight and kind of blended in a little bit. Just kind of helped spread it just a little bit, like so. Okay, then I glued it to my, this is Early Espresso, and I used, for this circle, I used the second to the smallest of these, and then the second to the smallest of the scalloped one to cut these out, die cut them. And I just glued this to the front of this. Oh, if I can get the glue to come out, it's like so. And this is Whisper White. I don't know if I said that. Just a scrap. And I glued these together. Just like so. Okay, then I took my sentiment, I stamped this with terracotta tile, and then stamped this with the Early Espresso. And I put a little bit of glue right here, because I want this butterfly to be attached kind of at an angle on here, and not cover up my sentiment, but at an angle, just like that. Okay. And then I took my Stampin' Dimensionals and put Stampin' Dimensionals along the back of this. And I put 4 on there. And then I attached it to the front of my card. And you can decide kind of where you want this, whether you want it up high, down low, because I don't want to cover up all these tiger lilies or whatever they're called. I'm going to put this one up higher, and I put it to the edge of the DSP and then let it hang over here. That looks nice and straight. And then I took my ribbon, my little bow that I already tied, and put it right below, centered. I centered it under the word thanks, just like so. And then I took my little butterflies, get all this stuff out of the way, and find my, I don't know where it went. I have quite the mess on my desk here. Oh, here it is. I need this. I have these little tiny glue dots that are from a paper pumpkin, and I peeled it off, kind of rolled it to get it off of the little thing there, and I just kind of put it right in the center of that butterfly, just like so. And then put them on my card and curled up the wings, just like that. And then the next one. Oops, that one didn't come off. There. And I think this one, this card, since I put the sentiment up higher, I'm going to put one of these down below, I think. We'll see how it looks before I stick it down. Yeah, I think I'll put one down below. Get that glue dot off of there. And put this over here. Just like that. Because you don't want all your cards to be identical. At least I don't. I like them to be just slightly different. Curl up the wings. Okay. And the last thing that I'm going to do is put some rhinestones on my flower and my butterfly. So I have these red rhinestones. So we're going to take one small red one, put in the center of our flower, and then I'm going to take two of the smallest of the clear rhinestones and put two on this butterfly. Get them straight, just like so. And I think we're ready to glue the inside in. So we're just going to glue the inside of the card, or the inside panel to the inside of the card. And then this card will be done. Now if I wasn't clear on my measurements or the supplies I use, please leave me a comment and ask me any questions you want, and I will answer them. If you want to become a demonstrator under me, this is the best time to sign up. Celebration's almost over. You get a free paper trimmer, a free stamp set, a free packet of 6x6 paper that's in the annual catalog. I mean the mini catalog. And a 20% discount when you order, and it's free shipping on your starter kit. You can choose anything you want. For $125, it costs you only $99. If you don't want to sign up as a demonstrator and you just want to buy product, you can become my customer and I can spoil you. I will send you a free packet of these rhinestones if you order $50 on my website, plus you get your choice of a free product out of the celebration that's a $50 free item. If you order $100, then you get either two $50 items or one of the $100 items. There's some beautiful things in there. So you have a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave me comments. You have a blessed day, and thank you so much for watching.